Come on, Miles. You're more on the ban list than me.
I would vote to.
We're here live at Talladega with the High Gear Racing Network, and practice is about to end here soon in about 18 seconds. Where you see here, folks, and these drivers are racing for the cash prize. So we're gonna talk about what they will get today.
That's crazy, Jimmy. I give you like $1
They
extra.
at the start of this race, they have the first place winner will get $60. The second place winner will get $50. The third place winner will get $45. Fourth place will get $40, and fifth place will get the rounding of $40. They have 40 laps, 55% fuel, 1 fast repair, and they have 2 lucky dogs. So with all the drivers in this thing, Jim, how do you feel about these drivers going through all of this process of getting this cash prize of $60?
Well, personally, in the last race, we've seen where the races have been more tamed than what some would expect. I expect nothing different tonight. I expect a lot of guys just to ride until the pit window opens, and just depending on if it's green flag or not, or how many cautions we have, it just all depends on when and where it falls, really.
Yeah, could we go to a driver if they're qualifying right now and see how they are looking? Yeah. All right, guys, this is the number.
Miles is making plans to wreck the field.
This is the number 67. The 87 Miles Bagley. He is 17 years old. And one thing about him is that he's a terrific driver out here. He hugs that line perfectly when he goes down that straightaway. And here comes the middle. He's going to take that middle line going into the tri-oval. Now he's going at the starting of the line. Here starts his timer right here.
Of course, those of you that watch, Miles Bagley's one of them, always at the front, constantly. Carson, I got to say, like, he is one of them. He's always a threat. The last 2 times I've broadcasted and watched these races, he's been consistently at the top of the board and everywhere he goes. Coming off of I believe it was a win last week, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't watched him yet, but I've seen a lot of clips of him just driving and just going through. Can we get to another driver that's qualifying right now? Yeah, this is the 28. This is the Jessica Childs. And then the 9. Is that the 9 or the 8? The 28.
Honestly, I think they just got it to where they the paint says one thing, iRacing sees another one.
So that's the 28.
Yeah, might as well just say.
Yeah, that is the 28. So you see that the field's looking like we got Sizemore with the 54.62. Will anybody do better, in your opinion, Jim?
Yeah, personally, I'm actually looking for him right now on the screen. I know one driver. He should be on the board any moment.
Good lap, B.
This dude right here, Hunter Hastings. First broadcast we ever did, he ended up winning the race. Was not a factor until after that, till after the last pit stop. And I mean, I like this dude. He's patient, just really able to hold his own, and really he's cunning, he's crafty, and he knows when to get to the front and when to hang back.
Oh yeah, just how his line is, it's just perfect how he gets on the exit of that corner. He's staying in the middle. If he wants a little bit more speed, he needs to get up to the high side a little bit. But other than that, he's working that thing perfect, and he's staying on the bottom, going into 3, about to go into 4 now. But yeah, you see the fields going through. We're getting everybody getting their lap times.
Worked on my qualifying.
Yeah, and of course, the one that I was looking for, There he is. This is one of the guys to beat right here constantly, week in and week out. The 59 Casey Sprinkles as he cuts the apron, trying to get a better lap here.
Or not competing, so it looks like we
But,
have 25 drivers.
I mean, this dude right here, constant threat. Every time we come to one of these money races, he's made. I know as he completely kills the car, but
hey, that's fine. He's got that extra car in his
so we're paying
in his truck there, so he'll be fine out there.
But yeah.
At this type of track, it don't matter where you qualify. It helps, but it don't matter. This is a drafting track. You can be last place and end up winning in this track. It depends on where you're at, how many times you, how fast you are off pit road, just all of it. It just comes down everywhere. So, what do you expect from this race? How can the drivers in 15th through 22 go through and win this race?
I do one for the net code.
Well, personally, actually, hold on. I got to turn off the drivers real quick. I forgot I'm
This is
not.
broadcasting, y'all. Don't make it a wreck fest.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not race control tonight, so I apologize, everybody, being listening to him ramble. That's on me. But to answer your question,
I'm also going to do the same. Sorry.
You're good. To answer your question, though, it's really the guy that wins this race is the guy that doesn't make it 3 wide on lap 10 or hell, even lap 30. I would not be trying. I would be thinking about what can I do in these next 10 laps to start pulling my way. About 5 to go. Then about 5 to go. Pats are off like 3 wide everywhere.
Yeah, just what you just said, like not making moves at the early start, being smart at the start, waiting until the finish, and just being patient throughout the whole race. Because this is going to be, I know 40 laps is not a lot, but around this track, it feels like you're driving forever. Because it takes about 49, 54 plus the drive. So that's about, like, roughly, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes racing, and plus cautions. So we'll have a good time here.
Well, buddy,
Let's go over to the starting grid here.
If you want to run through the top 10, I can cover the rest, or try to cover the rest.
All right, we got the number 1 in the inside row. We got Casey Sprinkle, in the outside, Steve Sizemore. Row number 2, we got Michael Barksdale and James Waring. The 5th driver in the outside lane. We got in the inside lane, mistaken here, John Ward with the Dega Pros Racing. Number 6, Barrett Coffey. You can get the rest here. I'll go from 12 through on.
All right, starting 7th. No, for those of you that look at the Midnight Racing League, no stranger Christian Martinez. Next to him, last week's winner Hunter Hastings. Rolling off 9th, Kavaja Holt and Aubrey Thompson, another one of the Midnight Racing League regulars. Row 11, Tim E. White. And 12th, Scott Stevens Jr. I'll let you go on to the next set of them.
All right, we got Miles Bagley Prince here, and he's in my opinion, he's the guy to watch here at these type of tracks. But in the outside lane, we got Quentin Stenbrook from the Alliance Racing, the 15th. In the 15th row, in the 8th row here, we got Jessica Childs and Jeremy Osborne from the Blind Squirrel Racing. In the 9th row, we got Larry McDonald with the Limited Esports Group Racing, and Joey Allen from the Bar Racing. In the 10th row here, we got Jonathan Eason and Sean Farrell. And in the 11th row here, we got Scott McLean and Benjamin Elliott. With the Ancient World Gaming, Joey Mazawas. And in the 12th row here, we got Tucker McGlone.
Of course, running out the field here, William H. Scott Jr. in 25th. In technically the 26th position, Scott Hedge and if I ain't mistaken, rounded out the field in the 28th position, Jeff Merrick. Tried.
Yeah, folks. That 27 car is actually me in the booth here. But yeah, we're gonna go green here. So, Jim, you take it.
All right, coming down to the restart zone here. Casey Sprinkles. Steve Sizemore brings them down. Sprinkles, no surprise, starting on the start road to restart zone. We're rolling from Talladega down. Both lanes, a fair jump. A bit of a stack up on the bottom lane as we go down to turn 1.
Yeah, can we turn on the... Oh, we got a yellow in the back. In the back, we got a yellow.
Jeremy Osborne.
We got 5 involved. Can we go back and see what happened there?
Yeah. All right, so yeah, it's starting a little bit late here, but I feel like this is going to have something to do with the restart here. You're looking at Jeremy Osborne. Let's just take a moment here and see what happens.
Yeah, they're just checking up there. That draft is just so out of line. That inside line, that guy that made a move right there, he caused it right there. That white 87 car, he just pushed him up way too hard there. Can we go look inside, go behind with the 87 car and see how he was... Can we get the in-car cam on the 87?
Yeah, our guy's working on it right now. So yeah, we're going to rewind it here momentarily. Yeah, here we go. Because I feel like all this starts from the checkup here. Of course, well, let's right on with the roll bar and see what
that's good right there. Yeah,
Bagley sees here.
You see, he's keeping it very. You see that he's checking up just a little bit right there. That checkup right there killed him. And he tried to get off that outside, and he just couldn't see where that guy was going. He just gave him a little too much push, and he just, yeah.
Not how a lot of these drivers.
He should be fine, but it depends on how much damage he has. But we can go back and see. Let's see where they're at on the racetrack right now. Yeah, they're now going over third turn 3, and we have everybody scrambled out. Can we get the overlay for the starting grid still here, or the starting lineup? Yeah, there we go. So we got in the top 5 here. We got a little shake-up, but nothing really major. We got Sprinkle, Sizemore, Waring, Barksdale, and Ward. How can those 5 guys, you think they were a little involved there with the wreck? Or what's going on with Sprinkle, with the 59 Sprinkle? Why did he have to stop there, you think?
First thing, he's just trying to get his tires upheated, working the brakes. I'm sure they're anticipating green flag pit stop. To answer your question, I really think it's hard to tell if the 92 had a misshift or what happened, because both lines fired off great in the restart box, but right when they got to the start finish line, there was a big checkup. I ain't for sure thinking it's the 92 that caused it, but there was a car on the bottom from what I saw that I don't know if they just missed a gear or how it worked out, but one of them top 4 cars on the bottom is what really initiated that whole thing. Personally, I think Bagley's just trying to get out of line and get going to where, he's trying to not wreck, but he's trying not to lose touch with the leaders.
Yeah, I think next time by the pace car is going to have his lights off here when we get to the checker. So we're going to have 1 to go after here. Folks, when that pace car turns his lights off, that's when we know that they have 1 to go until the restart. And these cars are going to start getting in their line right when they get to the checker. So if we could, if it was like NASCAR and you could pick your own line here, which line would you pick?
Personally, me from personal experience, I feel like that outside lane would prove to be better simply because of two reasons. One, it seems like, especially, I know not the same car, but the next gen cars, let's see sprinkles all over the track here, not sure what's up there, but I'm sure just testing it out or whatnot. But I feel like the bottom lane can easily get too stacked up compared to the other two lanes. The second reason with that is the run that these cars generate off the corner. Believe it or not, I know most people wouldn't think that runs matter as much, but they really do, especially with these trucks. So watch as the race goes on, as we were being delayed. But just watch as the race goes on, how the runs formulate, and we'll see how it works out. But
yeah, we are not going green next time by. The pace car now has his lights back on. So, if you were a driver right here and you're just doing these pace laps, what are you doing? Are you just taking it easy, shutting off the engine, shutting it back off, save fuel, or just like if you were in the middle pack or the pack a little bit behind there, not in the front row, but just like you see where Wyatt and Elliott are, and the pacing infield. What are you doing right now in your car? Just trying to save fuel, or what are you doing if you were them?
Thinking about what I forgot to get at Walmart. No, I'm just kidding. But honestly, you know, it's tensed up. This is the point where, especially with a delayed green, this is the part where I'm sitting here and I'm just thinking, just don't get in no wreck. Like, keep the car clean. And then after that, it's just pretty much riding. For me personally, I just sit there. I don't start making no moves till probably the final 10 laps. But to being back there in 10th or 8th.
Pace car is now in, guys. The pace car is now in, and Jim, you got it.
All right. The front row switched up here. Sizemore lean the field down to the restart zone. Big, little bit of a checkup on the outside lane this time. What just caused a massive wreck to start with?
You saw that white car out there going outside of the line there, but he did not pass anybody though. But we got the 9 of the wait, is that the 8?
Yeah, the 8 is Sizemore. 8
Sizemore.
Yeah, 25-8, same truck.
Yep. So the 8 of Sizemore is just taking that inside line, and that high side cannot get anything going.
Well, watch it here. Watch it here.
What do you see in the back lines of the outside line? They need. Why is their line so slow right now? Why do they don't have the momentum?
As you say that, Sprinkles edges ahead off the run to the outside. Well, one thing to answer your question right now, you can see the bottom lane a little more organized, a little more together here. The outside lane, especially that 28/9 of Childs back there running in 8th. She's not really hooked. She's not really up to the back bumper to 77 like you see the 92 is to the 53, but really, I mean, they're side by side here. Sizemore will get this lap this time, but you see what I'm talking about. The outside lane, how it's pulling its run. I mean, it gives up a little on entry, but the run they get off corner. We can get a camera shot with Sprinkles. That would be great here, kind of show you.
Yeah, you just see.
So yeah,
you see that there's a car up in the wall. Do you know what do you think is wrong with that car?
Personally, I think that's the Eddie McDonald's. He was 2 laps down. I believe he was one of them involved in that previous wreck here. And really, I ain't got a camera angle ready to really show. I normally run a roof cam, and Sprinkles dropped to the bottom. There's the run I'm talking about. Ward right there up top, able to pull side. Now watch down the back straightaway here. Watch down the back straightaway. The outside lanes able to really get that run as well. I said that, and they jumped 3 wide all of a sudden. Don't know. 7 laps in, I told you about how it's game of patience to start off with. So right now, I think they're saying patience out the window. We'll go 3 wide. Go ahead and make it exciting.
Yeah.
Don't want a freight train here.
Yeah, I think the viewers. I think if we get another caution here, they probably want to hear.
There it goes!
We got a wreck here. Big wreck. I think if that was the.
Jessica.
I couldn't see who that was.
I know the 80.
It was a huge.
No, the
I know
87 got
28.
turned. The 87
Yeah,
got
the 87
turned.
got turned bad. But could we bring in the leader 59 Sprinkle to the broadcast?
Yeah, we'll see if we can get a hold of him.
Has more Sprinkle, either one. Probably Sizemore. We could bring him for a little bit, and then we can bring in they're actually, bring in Ward. Ward's actually the leader right now. Bring in Ward or Sprinkle. We can bring all 3 of those drivers in before they start back up.
But the only one we got right now to really choose is Casey Sprinkles. We'll go ahead and get him in here. Casey Sprinkles, Garrett Jenkins, and Carson up here in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Hey Casey, how are you? This is Carson in the booth here. How are you feeling right now? How are you feeling as a driver? What can you do in the next 32 laps when we go past Checker here? What can you do as a driver to get just stay up front?
Probably just keep the cars behind me. Make sure the control lines don't make no unnecessary moves until the last 10 laps. Hopefully, I might actually drop to the back soon. Maybe. It just depends on how they start racing and if I get knocked back a few rows. Don't want to stay on the bottom because you might get buried down there, probably.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead, buddy.
No, you got it. I was just asking if you got any questions too, but that really just answered my question.
Yeah, we've already seen tonight 2 big wrecks within the first 10 laps. Compared to the last 2 races, why is the intensity up so high tonight? Is there a reason you can think? Because they're already going 3 wide.
I don't know. It's just 40-lap race. They shouldn't be racing like this, but there is more people than usual. I think there's 27 cars right now, so that's probably it. The payouts have increased because there's more people, and more people means more bad drivers too. So I don't know. I just hate it because hopefully y'all get to see a good show. Maybe we'll go green.
Maybe so, buddy. Appreciate your time. We're gonna drop you on back.
All right. Have a good one, man. Have a good one.
You too.
Race well.
So real quick here before we go green, we're going to take one look. As of course everybody's already seen the replay about 2 times here, but yeah, just coming through, and it goes back what I'm saying about patience and not making any mistakes. See, the 87 comes down on the
That's the
down on
second
28.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the second one of the 87. We were just talking so good about him, and now we were just wrong.
Well, everybody has
just
an
been just magnet. He's just been the magnet of Rex today. So
Nice.
could we get him in there actually? The 87. Just talk about how he's just been involved in Rex, and
Yeah.
we get him in here.
See if we can. Let me see if I can find him. Yeah, Miles Bagley here. Give me 1 second. Well, I'm working on it. Let's see here. Miles Bagley, Garrett Jenkins, Carson up here in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Carson,
Hey.
take it away.
Yeah. Hey, Miles. So, just what we've been saying. We were talking pretty good about you in the qualifying here, and just ever since that, you've just been pretty much just a magnet in those wrecks. What do you got to do to just not be a magnet in the wrecks? Do you got to stay back and just be patient, or just what do you got to do in your opinion?
I'm not gonna lie, the last 2 days have just been horrible. I mean, I don't know why, but I felt like I've lost all my talent. I just can't do anything. But I mean, that past wreck, I'm not gonna say I was a magnet to the wreck. I'm gonna say I caused that. I mean, my car had a little bit of damage. It felt like I was just struggling to hold the line. I don't know what was happening, and I guess I just came up a little bit and swerved down a little bit too far and just got caught up with I don't even know. I think it was Tim White, or is that who I got?
You
No,
got
the
Childress.
28. Yeah.
Or Child,
Oh.
Jessica.
Yeah,
She probably deserved it. Not gonna lie. All right, wait, I can't say that. Cut that out. Cut that out. All right,
we can't, man. You already said it, brother.
All right, so, hey, just kidding, Jessica, if you hear this, just kidding. But I mean, I don't know why I was just struggling to hold a line, so I came down and we just collided, and I'll take 100% credibility for that. Jimmy said it's net code, but I don't really believe it.
All right, Miles. One last question before y'all get to go to the green here, so we can get you racing. But just what I said earlier, just how can you just finish this race at a good, decent? We got about 31 laps to go, 30 when we get to the green. But do you think you need to save fuel, or what do you got to do in the next 31 laps with where you're at, and see if you can get up in the field?
Right now I'm sitting at like 16 and a half laps, so I'll probably just chill back here and wait. They're probably going to get a green flag running, and I'm assuming they're going to go lap 25. I mean, we can't make it, so I'd say they'll shoot it lap 28. We'll probably go ahead.
Have a good one, man. Good luck, and we're about to go green here, so have a good one.
I'm gonna drop you down real quick.
Thank you.
Jim, take it away.
Okay, I got him in there. All right, Casey Sprinkles, wrangling down to the green flag here. John Ward, no stranger to being out front. As a little bit of a camera mix-up. We're rolling here, and it's kind of hard to say if that was a great restart. As they go down turn number 1, outside lane, very separated. Ward, no help. Ought to give Sprinkles the advantage going down in turn 1.
You see that light, that car in that back just made a move into the inside that was just so clean. But that 92, that outside lane is just not right now. But that 8 is thinking about going out to that outside lane, but I think he's just going to stay there.
Oh, he's working with it, but there's the run again that I've said about 3 times now. Notice how they'll give up, the outside lane give up a little bit on entry, but off the corner, particularly turn 2 is when they'll really get that run down the back straight away.
Yeah, Jim, you see that Grizzlies car, he was out in the 3rd lane there, and he just came back into the outside lane.
I can't. Yeah,
you see him, he's going out in the pack. I think he wants someone to go out there with him, but I just don't think that anybody wants to do that, because laps before that, no one wants to get in that 3rd lane because it's a little risky this early.
Well, I mean, you see that Sprinkle goes up big block, but you see back in their back straight, he is paying for that move dearly.
Yeah, he's paying for it.
Oh, dang. Easy, boy.
Dang.
We're
Stay in it. Come on. Good. See, that Grizzly car cannot stay in a line. He just doesn't know where to go.
And really, I don't want to really blast him over the broadcast, but part of it's like, it's patience. I mean, everybody knows we've just had 2 big accidents as he falls back in line. We've just had 2 big accidents in the first 12 laps, and really nobody's wanting to really risk it right now as Sprinkles leads his 4th lap of the race here. Of course, right now, outside lane, like I said, giving up a little bit, but do not be surprised to see Sizemore below the yellow line. Doesn't really matter in the corners, but back straightaway, it kind of does matter. The only thing you need to worry about a car straddling the yellow line is it getting loose on the bottom and overcorrection.
Yeah, these cars, some of these cars, I think they just don't have enough. There they go. There's that 3rd line, maybe forming.
Trying.
Here, nope, they're going back in the outside lane. That inside lane is in the first, probably 6 up there is perfectly fine.
58. They get up there trying to make a run. McLean to 77 now. That would be Scott. He's both trying to make something happen here. Scott McLean and Steven Scott Jr.
Oh, nice move here from the 59. Will that do something here for the lead?
Possibly, but look at Ward all over the back bumper of the 59 down the back straight. Here comes the
3rd line. Here we go. Here's the line that there goes the Grizzly car that wanted that line the whole time. He gets it. Will this impact his race here?
Well, I'm pretty
He
sure.
wanted it the whole time, and he got it. He got the wish.
Well, I'm
that
sure he
wanted.
didn't get it the way he wanted. I'm pretty sure he wanted to be where that 58's at right now. But yeah, he got it, just not lean. Now he's trying to make a fourth line up there. See 00 now. Yellow line so far, keeping it clean.
Here we go.
Sprinkles back down to the bottom.
Those cars in the back, just what do you think those straggler cars that are not in this pack?
That's
What
exactly.
happened at that restart that impacted their race up there?
I don't
Just couldn't
think
get in that line.
I don't think so much restarts. I mean, one, when you look at Joseph Allen right now in the 23, he is running in the 21st position. I think, Ward almost got turned. But
Ward
I think,
almost got turned. Can we get back to the leaders here?
yeah, but I think their plan is exactly that. Just ride in the back, play it safe, let these jokers who want to go 3 wide, let them wreck each other out, pretty much is how I view it. That's where I think it'll go with this here.
I think if you just stay in the front and just, it's just so early right now that we can, just talk about it right now. It's probably been our longest green flag for a while, so we'll see how these cars handle in about 6 to 5 laps. But in your opinion, when should they start pitting?
Probably somewhere as we can pull up our little stint link pit stop strategy here. You'll see a lot of drivers, most of the drivers on a 7-lap stint as it is. And some of them pitted beforehand, some pitted under that first caution. Probably, I'd say somewhere maybe around 25 to go, probably around 25-ish. 25 to go now, we're working lap 16. Somewhere in the next probably 8 to 10 laps, I would expect. So it's going to be interesting. We'll keep that overlay up.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll
not
keep
up.
it up for now, but we just got to focus on this, just keeping this green flag run. I think all the viewers are just happy that it's been clean for the most part. We had a little bit of wrecks, but nothing really huge to involve the front 4 cars here.
I mean, this is the first time since this league has started. It's the first time that I've seen probably 25 to 26 cars. This is the first time I've seen that many. Normally it's 18, 19, 16, around in that number. I think a lot of these guys. Oh, big save out of the
Big push.
Oh God, 58 about turned.
That turn was
Right at
crazy.
64. He's still wrecking it.
We got a little net. Ooh.
He still
He saved it though.
Wait, that's
How
a
did he
64.
take it? How did-
It is.
That 60. That Ohio State car's really not.
Oh no,
wreck. The 12 and the.
Well, damn. Hold up. I'm getting back to it. James Waring's in it. There he is. She's just at the front. With 23 to go, the third
Dang.
caution is out tonight. God almighty.
Could we get the?
Yep.
Can we get the Ward car in here?
Ward, he might be open. I can see a lot of these drivers, they don't jump in here till after the fact. I don't see him in here at the moment. He'll probably jump in here for an interview. Yeah, kind of limited on driver interviews tonight. So let's see what happened here. Turn. Okay, so we're going to have a great view here from Waring. Coming off of 4. Bit of a checkup car. Who is? That's that 239. That's
He got
White.
a little bit of. He got a little push there.
Yeah,
he
he
got
did.
extra little contact.
I believe that's the 239 Tim White. Have a confirmation here. It is. So let's. And I mean, really, it's a little bit of getting sideways. We'll actually do this. We'll actually roll on his back bumper here. We'll see what all
If this was just a
transpires
net bug or a net code incident, or if this was just real contact. Could be. Yeah. That's a good view. Yep, he just got on the. Ooh. Yep, he got pushed a little bit there. Wow. That sucks, man.
That's a hard hit.
That's a hard hit to that car.
James Waring, of course, an innocent bystander in all this. We will. Well, we were, but yeah,
We actually could bring in James Waring right
we
now if we
can.
wanted to.
We can.
If you want, bring him in here.
Yeah, I got you. James Waring, Garrett Jenkins, and Carson up here in the booth, buddy. How you feeling?
I think I got a headache now.
Hey, James, this is Carson in the booth here. We saw how you just got a little too much of a push there. You just got involved with that. What were you? How were you feeling?
I was overheating bad. That's
You
why I
were,
was getting pumped up.
Yeah.
I was blinking red all across the board from pushing John, so I was trying to get some cold air.
Yeah. So, what do you got to do to just stay in this race for the time being? We got about 21 to go.
New set of tires. Why did it not give me fuel? And just work my way back up to the front.
That all you can do at that point. Yeah, buddy. 21 to go here. Roughly speaking, when do you think most of these guys with these 3 cautions? Do you think if they top off here or within next 5 laps, is it good to the end?
Next 5 laps should be able to make it. So I'm gonna top off again when I come back around. So.
All
Got
right.
wrecked, might as well get some new tires, got some new shoes on, topped up, windshield's clean. Time to go to work.
All right, buddy. Best of luck to you, Carson. Got any more questions for him?
No, man. He's great. So have a good one, man. Race. Hope you do well. We'll be rooting for you in here in the booth. Thank you.
Yep.
So an unfortunate end for a few drivers here. It's one of them, Tim White.
He's
Hunter Hastings in the pits.
so chat. Let's involve ourselves with the chat here.
What in the world
could we
just happened
just-
there? Casey
Al-
Sprinkles, what in the world?
Sprinkles. What is the Sprinkles doing? But can we involve ourselves with the chat here with what is going on? Chad, how do you feel about this race so far? We got about 20 to go. Who's y'all's favorite? Who do y'all want to win?
We'll wait for a couple comments here. Might be a little delayed here whenever that question gets answered. Probably no less than probably 30 seconds. While we wait for them answers here, right now the top 3 has pretty much been unfazed. That would be Sprinkles, Sizemore, and Ward. The 87 has had a rough night, Miles Bagley, but he's up there with less than 20 to go here. 72, Kavadra Holt. It's going to be interesting, buddy. It's going to be fun to see the intensities ramped up here. Right now, still waiting on a. All right, Ryan Hill says probably Sprinkles will wrap this thing up, and I can't blame him. He's been in the top 5 the last 2 broadcasts. Has been on here, one with a win.
Well, that's one for Sprinkle. I just can't pull for anybody right now. It's so early, and with these drafting type of tracks, you can have someone from 10th place win it.
I mean,
You know,
like I said, personally, it's going to be the guys who really just
don't do anything wrong.
There's that, but I do have a possible theory for why the intensity's been up and guys been making 3 wide. There's an experience known as gridlock with these trucks, and pretty much you're just stuck in place if you're back there, probably about 4th, 5th on back. You're just stuck in line as we're coming to the restart here. Steve Sizemore says Sizemore all day. So, that being said, Casey Sprinkles, Steve Sizemore, well, same person, I have a feeling. Come down to the restart zone here. They're rolling. Not gonna tell you
Incredible move there from
what a start.
Sizemore.
But he took that one to heart.
He loved that move.
He did, and
Can he use that? Can he have that momentum all? You think that inside line is going to have that momentum for the rest of this race? Oh, there we go. Another guy going to the outside.
John
Thinking
Ward.
that outside line is going to have that better line, and you were right. That outside line in that back straightaway.
And you see Sizemore. He saw that coming. Oh, the record, John!
Wrecking. The 92 goes up. The 8.
God almighty,
and that brings
man.
out another caution. That is our 4th caution of the day.
There goes one of the
with
favorites.
19 to go.
Now
Wow.
That's a fast repair. You know something's busted with it smoking like that. By God.
My gosh, I feel for him, man.
Let's go.
He was up there. Could we go back to see
yeah.
just?
I'm curious myself.
I mean, wow.
So there, push from the 72. No harm, no foul. And so pretty much from what I see here, when the 8 goes up, the run's coming. And Sizemore knows that. Sizemore knows that run's coming, and he don't want to be stuck on the bottom and get another run. So he goes up to block it, but when he does, the 72 does not realize that Sizemore's already jumped up to the top. So he don't know that the 92 here is about to be put in a sandwich, and really that's just it. The 92, the meat in a sandwich. He can't go no faster. He can't go nowhere. And ultimately, it's resorted as just a bad push, but given the circumstances, the 72, he just doesn't know that the 92 is now in a not so favorable spot. That's my take on it. I don't know if you have a different take on it or not.
No, you pretty much answered all of what I was going to say, basically. But yeah, just stop it right there. Go up just a little bit, right when that wrecking just starts.
I can do you better here. We'll look at it in slow motion here.
Right there, that extra push there. I think where these cars, if you get a push, the steering wheel goes to the left a little bit when you start pushing. So he probably just corrected just a little bit, and he just couldn't, and he just got checked up from that 8 car.
But right here you see
Sizemore.
Well, you're right.
And he hit that 72. That 72 hits his bumper. He goes to the left. You see where he goes to the left, and he tries to go back up a little bit, and that 72 just bumps it out of the way. And he just couldn't do anything. And the 8 involved, man.
I mean, but by God, and yeah, bad fast.
Innocent bystanders from that car in the back and that pink car.
00.
Yeah, all those. But wow, that 92.
00.
That was.
And I mean, and ultimately, like I said, you caught it perfectly. The 8 comes up, and pretty much they just all run out of room, and that's pretty much where again, I don't think most of these guys were back live here. John Ward, I believe he's been granted his spot back. I ain't too sure yet. And there's your Grizzly boy. And that's actually the one of Benjamin Elliott. Saw him. He's been trying to pull the
very, very sneaky here.
Very sneaky.
And there's the Grizzly car. There's the Grizzly car that I've been talking about the whole race. And look, there he is. He's at the 1 position. Personally, I just broadcast this and just commentate. I don't care who wins. I'll be excited who wins, but I really don't have a favorite, because if I have a favorite, they probably will end up not winning. So I never pick a favorite. But yeah, other than that, this has been a great race. It's our 4th caution.
That is drama, that's for sure. It's had drama in it. I mean, right from the get-go. And see, one of the favorites, I'm sure the owner of the Midnight Racing League, he's in the chat right now. Be proud to see one of his drivers. That would be that 38 of Audrey Thompson running in 4th. Haven't heard much out of him, up 6 spots where he started this race tonight.
Is that Jesse or Justin, right? Of the Midnight Racing League?
Yeah.
Yeah, great league there from the Midnight Racing League. Incredible league. I've heard great things about it.
It's bound to be good if I'm up past midnight broadcasting a race, controlling a race. It's bound to be good.
Yes, it's a great league. You're doing great things, man. Keep it up. you'll be up there, man. Just do your thing, and that league is getting up there. It's getting there. So good luck. Hope your league does well in the next coming races.
And it does. And with this caution, it does open up a new round of top 5. Well, sort of. Benjamin Elliott, ain't seen him up there at the front all race till now. Saw him being aggressive, but Steve Sizemore, Miles Bagley, they've worked themselves into the picture. But I talked about him earlier. Riding and when it's go time. And that would be the 23 Joseph Allen up in the top 5. Earlier in the race, we showed you he was running back there about the mid-teens, 20s, just hanging out. And that's what I told you earlier at the broadcast. Like, this has became it's a patience race. And I'll tell you another one, Hunter Hastings right there. Another one of them that's patient. And with 16 to go.
I know this. It's just an off-topic question. Just with these new, with this new update, with the new HUD of the car, do you think these drivers are a little distracted by that with the old interface? But personally, I like it because it's a little HD kind of. But could we show the viewers
Well, I
what
would have
the
to.
little new interface looks like?
Yeah, we
with the car
can.
in
I had to
front?
go to a roll bar or a gyro. But yeah, right
Yeah,
there.
there we go. You see it right there.
For those that race the ARCA cars, then they're probably just as familiar with it.
Yeah.
But
So, yeah.
those that don't.
Personally, I like it, but we're about to go green here. Jim, you can take it away.
All right, Benjamin Elliott. He's at the front after made some bold moves earlier in the race. He'll have Steve Sizemore to his outside entering the restarting zone here. They're rolling, 15 laps to go. And of course,
15 to go.
yep. A lot of
push there.
A lot of
Ooh,
separation.
little separation from the 23's coming back. There we go. There's that push from that.
Futural's up there with them as well. That 80 of Larry
Look at
McDonald.
that.
He was
Yeah.
2 laps down at the start of this race.
And now he's back up in there.
Oh yeah, it's anybody's
see-
race.
It's anybody's race. I was saying at the beginning.
Oh,
a
58.
little loose
Hang
there.
on to it.
Hang on it. Hang on it. We're
Scott
good. We're
McQueen,
staying
he's
green.
got a
We're
lot of
staying green.
saves right on board with him.
Let's stay on this guy. Let's stay here, Scott McLean. McLean is just
He's had a lot of
He's gotta
saves tonight.
he's got to stay in that line there just a little bit, but other than that, he's racing pretty good so far.
Yeah.
He's trying to go up there.
Another thing you
He's
got.
not-
Sorry, go ahead.
Here he goes. Here he goes. Here he goes. Here's Warren. Here's Warren. Here he goes. He's gonna get pushed just a little bit. Here comes this third line. Can we go back to the
Yeah.
leaders here? Here we go. I want to see that third line going. I want that third line forming. Here's Aubrey Thompson in the 38 leading with that bright 7-Eleven car. I can't tell what that is. Is that
That's a Slurpee.
on it?
Yeah.
I can't
yeah,
tell.
Slurpee.
Slurpee, yes.
Yeah, it doesn't
I
sound
love
bad
those
right now.
Slurpees, man. Those are amazing. But that 8-car Budweiser is just so clean, too. There's
Yeah.
just so many good paint schemes out there. For the Michigan fans, y'all probably do not like the 80-car winning. You got that Ohio State car here.
I can't say nothing. I'm a Duke fan, so really, help me
You're a
nothing to
Duke
me.
fan. You're a Duke fan, man. You
Help
couldn't
me.
believe what type of fan I am. I am a Duke fan as well. I
Oh, my
run a
Lord.
Duke. I run a Duke 20 car in one of the leagues I'm in. So,
Well, I appreciate
wow,
you.
another Duke fan.
Yeah.
Another Duke fan. Heck yeah, baby. Heck yeah. All right, let's continue.
Jay
talking about the race
Johnson.
here. We
Oh,
got a
big
little-
block.
Oh,
Look at the
wow,
wall.
wow.
There they go again.
And they're
God
wrecking.
almighty.
Big field. The 8, the 80. Wow. Those cars are
McLean,
We gotta
right.
get a. Can we get a replay from
Futurals
that?
in it.
Just seeing what happened.
Yeah, we will. God almighty. Took out everybody. And another twist.
5th caution.
Good
If y'all
Lord.
were betting on this today, I think the over/under would have been about 5.5, and we're
I'm
about
glad-
to get to
I
there.
ain't got no money on this race. I'm
I think-
glad I did. I'm glad I thought
Yeah,
it's been bad.
you see from the Tennessee car here.
Oh, well, shoot. I skipped.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Just
really?
go back to that.
It really
Yeah, it
start right
started
here.
with the 80. It started with the 80. I think he just got it too much of a push. Yeah. No.
That's just guys run out of room.
Yeah.
But then right there, there's a
room.
second part of. Oh my God, have
Oh
mercy.
gosh.
There's a
Is
little-
anybody else get involved with?
Yeah.
No, nothing. Yeah. Oh.
Well, I mean, 00. I mean, you saw Waring. He got a piece of it. We'll go back to this 00
incident. Just.
Go back to this 00 here. See what happened to him. Well. Okay, still need to back it up then. Good Lord. So yeah, Waring into the wall, and yeah, it's 58 got a piece of it. Casey Sprinkles down through the grass. Lord have mercy.
Wow. I can't. No words to explain how that. I personally, if I was a driver, and I got wrecked, you feel like you got to get mad, but sometimes it's your luck, and you got to just feel like you did something wrong, but nothing wrong with it. I mean, I'd rather be in a wreck than cause it. Like, I'd rather be associated with the wreck but not cause it. Just be there as a magnet, and that's usually how I am. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's because I'm a Duke car, and people just want me to be out.
Well, I mean, hell, if I cause a wreck, I'll say sorry. I'm the first one out during the lobby. Yeah, all right there. Sprinkles,
yeah,
not much
59
damage.
Sprinkles there.
Easy, baby,
wow.
easy. Well, I lied. There's a little bit more severe.
There's a little bit more there. Wow.
That being said,
Can we get the Jesse Childs up in here?
Alright,
He's
see if
7th now.
let's see if he's available. Childs. I ain't got him up here. Not in the Discord, but I do got one guy. If you care, I'll pull him in here. I do want to talk to him.
Who is it?
Larry, Steve Sizemore.
Yeah, bring him in here.
Steve Sizemore, Garrett Jenkins, Carson up here in the booth. You got a copy? Buddy, been a wild night so far, but you've been about the only one to keep it clean. How do you feel coming to 10 or 9 laps to go here?
Well, excited. It's been fun running up front. So, yeah, this has been a good one. Just trying to save gas, try to make it. Think I might be able to have enough for one GW, green, white, checkered. But we'll see. I'm going to be right on the edge.
Yeah, Carson in the booth here. This is my first ever being in the booth. This has been an amazing race. You've been up there the whole time. How are you just staying up in the front? How are you just making these nice clean moves? I saw you making a nice clean move on the outside when you stayed in the inside, went out to the outside line, and you had that line going. In your opinion,
Actually, I
what
went up
made you
the
think?
outside line there because that board had to check up a little bit, and I was I was going to let him go by, and then the other guy behind him ended up getting into him and turning him.
With Sprinkle going out, you have any other competitors that you're worried about right now, or are you just focusing on yourself?
Everybody behind me.
Yeah, good point there, man. You can't. It's just so hard to trust these pushes here.
Well, look,
So,
I'm in a Discord with a few people right now, so they've been helping me out.
yeah. So
Well,
have a good one, man. Have a good race here. We got 10 laps to go.
Gonna be 9 when we go back green.
It's gonna be
Yeah, when we
fun.
go, 9 when we go back green. But hey, man, have a good race.
Thank you, Rod.
Good luck.
Hopefully I can keep it up here.
That was Steve Sizemore. Carson, I have this great little saying that I love to say whenever we're 10 to go, anything would end, and we're under caution here, and that is simply go down to wherever you can find a ratchet strap, Home Depot, Lowe's, Harbor Freight, whatever's closest to you. Go buy you a set of ratchet straps. Let's ratchet strap this TV down, buddy. It is going to be an intense 10 laps here.
Or just sit down, have you some popcorn, have you some whatever snack you like, and watch this race. It's going to be an insane finish.
I mean,
it's always an insane finish at Talladega. So just strap yourself in wherever you're chilling in your room, chilling in your living room. Just strap yourself in and watch this race because it's going to be intense. And you know it's been intense with 5 cautions, about 10 to go. And we might have about 2 or 3 more to go
we're
with
gonna
the cautions.
we're gonna get an overtime.
And overtime, and you know you'll have a lot of these with racing for money. People will go all in, whether it's wrecking somebody or just doing whatever they can to win. So you see here with their pit stop strategy, with Sizemore taking at 11 and 4 and 7, so he's got plenty. So he'll be fine.
He says he's got enough for one. Maybe we won't need a one. We won't never know. Green flag in the air. Sizemore and Thompson brings them down. A great restart for the 08. Big block already into the outside lane. And in turn 1 now, they pretty much go back to exactly how they just were on the restart. Thompson on the outside lane. He's got
Bagley with him being in the incident in the first 2 wrecks of the race, and now he's back up to 4th or 3rd with just how their line goes.
I'll tell you somebody that's coming. That 92 back there running, just broke into the top 10, back down in the middle lane.
He's back in there. You know these drivers. Wow.
Sprinkles
drivers are.
So Sprinkles back there in the bottom, that big American flag on. Oh, the
wrecking!
Oh, they almost saved it, my God.
He saved it. But we're going to go throw in another caution here. We got 6. That's our 6th caution of the day. I'm sorry for the ones that are involved. Could we see who got involved?
Yeah,
I know that 80 definitely got a little bit involved. For the Michigan fans, y'all are probably definitely happy here. But for the Ohio State fans, y'all are probably not likely. But for this 80 car,
he gets
we got bumped from the 23.
Allen.
Yeah.
He'll clip the 4. Barrett Caffey.
Yeah.
Caffey goes for a long slide.
With Thompson leading.
Thompson.
I don't think we can get her. Is that? Yeah. Whoever that is, I don't think we can get them in here, right?
I'll have to see here. Barrett Caffey, we'll see here. Right on board with him now, actually. Got involved in like, good God almighty.
At 4.
Everybody coming.
You see, yeah, everybody just coming in there. So, well,
we'll see if we can get him in here.
I don't think
don't know if he's in Discord.
I don't think he is here at the moment, but I wish he was. I just wish a lot of these drivers were in these Discords so we could talk to them. Maybe after the race, maybe after these races, just we can get more people in the Discord so we could just talk to them and just interact with them. It'd be great to see how these guys are feeling. With 8 to go, now 7 to go when we get to the line. We'll probably have 5 to go.
We've got them on the
5
bottom.
or 6 to go.
They're saving.
Can we get in the in-car and see what they're
what
the 38's doing and just see if they're saving?
Yeah, they're saving. Ignition's off. Ignition's off for clutches pushed down 1 into 2. And he's powering off. You hear the motor whenever it does shut off.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have 5 to go. When we go to the line, we'll have 5. When we restart, we'll have 5 to go.
So right now it's massive saving time for several guys here. Of course, the guys
they're saving. They are saving for if we have green, white, checkered, if we have overtime, and they want to be there for the overtime because if you're there for the overtime, it's anybody's race.
Of course, Shane Hard, many of y'all know, the 5-time winner from Inspired Racing League. Join us in the comment section. He has made his pick. He's going with Audrey Thompson here. And, of course, Thompson, a lot of them know from the Midnight Racing League, always up there at the front. Currently, I believe right now, in the playoff battle. I think too sure for the Super Speedway Series portion of the Midnight Racing League. And I told you at the top of the broadcast, I'm going to keep going to this dude as many times it takes, but Hunter Hastings in 3rd. I mean,
he's back.
He's This is exactly how the first time that Raging Idiot Racing Network covered the HGR. It is exactly what he did. Didn't even know he was in the field until he was up into the top 5, and then he ended up winning the thing. So, I mean, this is MO, and this is what I tell you. Play it smart. You got to be thinking about the end of these races here to have a chance. Play it smart. Obviously, play the fuel game. You see the 64. Well, fooled me. I thought it was coming in.
You got it for the next minute or so.
Well, great, then. So right now, of course, Archon's led. The man has led the most laps tonight. That is in contention to win. Steve Sizemore, he'll be to his outside here, and really, I'm thinking. I mean, Sizemore, he's been able to really just be able to these restarts. He's timed them perfectly. If he can clear the 38 and be able to control both lanes, I'm pretty sure he'll be able to control them if they remain too wide. If they do not remain too wide and it's 3, then if I was him, I pick my best lane and stick with it here, because trying to block 3 wide all at once, it's not going to be the best in the world. That is if he can get a good restart on the 38. Because right now, Sizemore Thompson will be bringing them down. Lights is out on the pace car. Miles Bagley, it was a rough start, but he has found his way back up into the top 3 here. Casey Sprinkles led earlier. He is down in 13th.
And he was involved in a wreck too.
Yeah, he was.
Worked his, and the Ward is back up there too, man. And I thought he was going to be out for a while, but he's made it back up there. Just you never know. It's the 6th caution, and we're 6 to go.
Yeah.
We'll have another one here soon. I'm having a feeling. So if you had the betting odds with the 6.5, I'd be taking the over, guys. I'd be taking the over now. Just everybody's going to be pushing. They're going to be pushing their heart out.
That is the part
So,
here where you do
put your
not-
straps on. Be ready here. We have 5 to go when we get to the line. And Jim, take it away, baby.
Well, buddy, I'll tell you. I mean, if y'all think that it has been ramped up right from the get-go, we're coming to 5 to go here. The push is unforgiving. No surrender. You make one bad move. Sorry, buddy. You're going to the back or in the wall. 1 of the 2 here. Thompson and Sizemore brings them down. Be 5 laps to go from Talladega. We are rolling. Thompson, a great start. Not the start Sizemore wanted. 44 down. Hello, Hunter Hastings. He might be out. And he's going to disconnect or do something here. That really hurt that outside lane. Not what Sizemore wanted. Down the back straightaway. Carson, take it. Okay. I'll keep rolling it here for the middle. 3 wide. 72. That's hold. He'll jump out of line. Nobody goes with him. Sizemore's trying to make something happen. Outside lane did not go. You see John Ward. He was just involved in a wreck earlier in this race.
Now he's in that second. He's in that second line in that outside lane. That Ward. The outside lane will be pushing here when we get. Oh.
Osborne in the 6. Osborne and Joey.
Now you got the 87. Now he's in a little bit of issue.
You see Osborne. He left him. Here goes Martinez. Benjamin Elliott all out of shape. Hang on to her, boys. 4 to go.
Hang on. 4 to go here.
Coming to 3. Or no, down back straightaway. My fault. Childress or
back straightaway.
Out of line. Look at a 64.
Look at the 87.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's amazing how that bottom lane deteriorated like it did, but now
that's 64. Incredible move by the 64.
Look at the 58. 58. He is stuck. That's Scott McLean. Here comes Scott. Where the hell does Casey Sprinkles come from? He was just in 12th. Oh.
Where did he come from?
Easy, boys. 3 to go.
Take it easy
time.
here. We got 3 to go. Now you got to push here.
Martinez. Haven't heard nothing out of him all night. He is up there with a chance to win it. And right now, down the back straightaway, Bagley now holds the lead. Here comes that middle and outside lane, though. Martinez trying to inch out ahead. You know, John Ward has been a pusher all night. Casey Sprinkle's trying to make something happen here.
Now with 2 to go.
I mean,
When we get to the line, we have 2 to go.
I mean, if anybody's going to do something now, if you got anything, if you think you can get up there, boys, you have got to go.
You got to go. I think from the third pack and beyond, I think they have a chance. But if you're in the 4th row and beyond, I don't think you got a chance.
You're hoping to feel 5 apart.
Incredible move by the 59 of Sprinkle. Wow, he took that middle line crazy.
I don't think that's what he wanted. I think he was
They're just
hoping
drafting. That's why that inside line is just slowing down a little bit.
I think
You'll
Sprinkles,
see from the outside lane that they are.
I don't think he wanted that 87 there. I think the plan was to try to go to the bottom, and the 87 was still there. And that's why I said, like, possible miscue, or, you know, maybe they were trying to let him down. I'm not sure them two are teammates, but whatever the reason, it's working for him regardless. Sprinkles out by a nose coming down. White flag. Whatever
White
happens.
flag. Any flag will win the race. So who's ever in the league when the next flag
it's over now.
is out.
No matter what
It's
happens.
over. Final lap.
Sprinkles.
Here we go.
That was a big
Here
push from
comes-
Martinez. Go ahead, buddy.
Well, you see the 87. Oof. If he wins it, I will be. Ooh, look at that outside lane, that far outside lane there.
I'm looking
with
at
the 1.
Oh, Martinez! Go push!
And you're a winner.
No, not yet. We're still green.
no
Whatever
caution
happens.
here.
Oh, there we
We're finishing
go!
it.
What upside down?
There's side.
God almighty, man.
My gosh.
That's it. I think the caution was thrown. No, they're still letting them go. 64. And Joey will take it, wrecking to the line. Osborne, look.
Wow, my top 5 was all mixed up.
I mean,
but my favorite was that Grizzly car, and he finished 3rd.
Benjamin Elliott will walk away here 3rd. Jeremy Osborne up and down night. And I don't know, with all due respect, I don't know how to pronounce that last name, but it will pop it up for anybody who does know.
With the 64 winning, they will be able to get $60.
That's enough for a Texas Steakhouse.
Enough for a little bit of gas. You know, not even that. You can get a couple, maybe, but
no.
Well, go treat yourself, man. All right.
We'll see if we can't get him
Go
in
treat
here.
yourself whatever you want. I know we can't, but I know he's going to be doing this crazy burnout here.
We'll have a few guys.
Give the fans what they want.
He just jumped in Discord. Joey, Garrett Jenkins up here with Carson. You got a copy?
Got you.
My buddy, you on television right now. Just
all right.
For me personally, take us through that whole race, the intensity off the rails here. What was your perspective of tonight?
I was doing everything I could to navigate my way through the chaos, keep my truck clean. Did a pretty good job of it through the middle of the race, and keep some fuel in it so that when we finally got to the last run, I was able to stay out confidently, no matter how many green white checkers we ended up with, which was 0. So that worked out. Coming to checkered, I was kind of worried that I got too much of a run out there, and everything started folding in around me. My engine was about to blow. Miles got knocked out of the way, and the seas parted perfectly. Works out sometimes.
Yes, it does. Carson?
Oh, man, yeah, Carson in the booth here. I just was so amazed how you had a crazy move. Like, we were not saying your name at the beginning of the race. How did you just wait till the end and just, you know, just ended up winning? How do you feel about that? Just starting, just where you were, and now you're in the lead and you won the race.
For these super speedway races, I've got a philosophy of winning on lap 1 doesn't matter. Winning on lap 10 doesn't matter. Nothing matters until you have enough gas to go for the finish. And then I know I've got at least the tactics to put myself up front. Still takes a little bit of luck for the cars to fall correctly, but today they did. I found myself out front when it mattered most, and brought it home to the checkered. Brought this Ancient World Gaming car to the victory. Got the money. I'd like to thank Next Level Racing. Use code AWG24 for 5% off your next order at Next Level Racing.
And any other shout outs before we get you going out of here?
Once again, Ancient World Gaming. We got a Bruisey Racewear on the truck. We got Glitch Energy, Sword Dog Apparel. Check them all out on Twitter through Ancient World Gaming, at Ancient World Gaming on Twitter. And we'll be back for some more.
All right, buddy.
Well, that is Joey.
Joey Masevich.
Have a good one, man.
How you say that?
Thank you. Have a good one.
Hold on. How do you say that last name again for future reference?
Masevich.
Masevich. Got it. Appreciate it.
Masevich? All right, perfect. Thank you.
Next we got second place up here as the 64 burns it down. We'll be getting him in here momentarily. That will be Jeremy Osborne's. I gotta delete that part right there. So let's go ahead and pull him in here. Jeremy Osborne, Garrett Jenkins, Carson up here in the booth. You got a copy?
This is the second time he's quit in 11 races.
Wow. Jeremy Osborne, you got a copy? All right, we'll wait for him here.
Jeremy, you got a copy here?
Well, Mark, we'll just drop him back down and get somebody else in here. I got RVA Ben. Ben, Garrett Jenkins, Carson up here in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
All right. RVA. What's your car number, really? Because I ain't got no RVA in here.
The one.
Benjamin Elliott. This is your driver right here, Carson. Carson, I shall let you take it away.
Yeah, man, you've been my favorite so far. I really didn't say I had a favorite, but you were my favorite to win in my book. I didn't say it on the broadcast, but that one car, that your last name just is very appealing, you know. If I was a NASCAR fan, if I was a outsider and I saw Elliott, you would think of Bill Chase, but now you got Benjamin in the books here.
No relation.
How can you use this momentum getting third for the upcoming races for the time being until the end of the season? Just what can you do as a driver to just keep up the momentum, keep up the pace, staying in the top 5?
Man, to be honest, past couple races I've just kind of laid back, thought that was a strategy. Didn't work out quite how I thought it would. Tonight, didn't pit with everybody, save fuel. I think that's the strategy on the 40-lap races is fuel. If you can get the early caution, fill up, get the next caution, fill up, and then save, it's clear we're going to have quite a few cautions in these. So I think it's all about fuel strategy, to be honest.
Good.
I will.
You go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, my question to you is, of course, we talked to, I believe it was Casey Sprinkles earlier in the race here. The one thing to note is the intensity level right from the get-go was off the start 2 and 3 wide, which, well, 2 wide is expected. 3 wide on lap 12 and really throughout the whole race. What was your perspective trying to navigate through the field? We saw you a couple times jumping up, trying to make a third line work. Was there a sense of urgency to try to go ahead and get to the front, or what was your just perspective on just the intensity level tonight?
Yeah, so like I said, been in quite a few of them so far. Hadn't been anything like that. Practice was a little rough. The race was a little rough. But, yeah, I try to take the outside and try to get up front as fast as I can. I got a teammate I run with. If we can get to that high side, we can typically get up there, and if people start jumping up, we can get by everybody. But I'm a third lane fan myself. Something's definitely changed with the update that they did to iRacing. I heard a couple people talk about it. The truck's a little bit different, so I think it's going to take me and everyone else a couple races to kind of tune it and dial it back in.
Well, can you kind of elaborate what's different about them for say?
So for me, when that side draft hits and you get that dirt caught up in that dirty air, it didn't used to pull me up, and I heard somebody call me out for holding the line, and I'll be completely honest with you, that rarely does happen. But I could tell that in the draft, when someone's really on that side draft, it does, that dirty air does pull you completely up, and I don't remember it ever being like that.
And I can back you up on that. I was in the intense racing series, which they'll have their first broadcast. Hoping they'll have their first broadcast tomorrow. But yeah, going into turn 1 at Daytona, that one driver got right on my right rear, and it just sucked me right up into him. And I'm like you. I said, I know I held a line. I felt like I held the line, and then the car just going up, and looked back at it, and I'm like, oh well. Apparently I didn't. But ultimately, I had one of my friends, one of my mentors, he walked me through it, said it was all dirty air. So I understand where you're coming from. Anybody you want to give a shout out to, thank tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Jimmy. Jimmy hosts these races. It's I know it's not easy. I don't want to do it. I'm glad he does it. He definitely is drawing a pretty good crowd. Like I said during the race, nobody bats 1,000, man. If you can bat 500 in these things and in life in general, you're doing pretty damn good.
Carson, you got anything else?
Yeah, just continue about what you were saying about just continue about what you were saying about the side drafting with this new update. Yeah, you can affect. That is just amazing how it changed. And,
yeah, it pulls you up. You can feel that dirty air, and if you're not locked on to that truck or car in front of you, that dirty air is going to take you right up. And if he's got somebody side drafting off of him, you don't have a whole lot of choice. You're going to go right up with him, it seems like.
Yeah, man. Great race, Benjamin. But that's all. You got anything, Jim?
Nah, other than congratulations on third, man. It was a heck of a drive, buddy. Yeah, we look forward to seeing you next time, Duke. Like I said, awesome drive tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. You guys have a good evening.
You too, buddy.
You too, man.
We're going to try to get Jeremy Osborne in here one more time. Jeremy Osborne, Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth with Carson. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, buddy, it was
Hey,
go ahead, Carson. I got
Hey, Jeremy. This is Carson in the booth. With this race, you finished second. Where did you just say, all right, I got to go?
About 10 laps to go when we got that last caution there. Literally it moved me up, and I still saved my fast repair. So I ended up using it then, got up into the field, and literally ended up getting behind John Ward and kind of hung with him as much as I could. Just 'cause I know he's got a lot of experience, good person to follow.
You got anything, Jim?
Yeah, we just got Benjamin Elliott out of here about literally 5 seconds before you jumped in here. He alluded to the fact that he felt like since this last update, the trucks, they're reacting differently in the draft in the dirty air compared to what we saw, last week whenever there weren't no update. Did you potentially feel anything similar to that, or what was your perspective on how the truck reacted in all that dirty air?
Honestly, for myself, I thought the truck reacted really good. That was just personally me. I mean, granted, yes, I did finish second, but I don't know. I did have my steering ratio turned down 8-1, so I don't know if that helped. Different. I had to hear a couple of guys in the chat, claiming that the truck felt really loose, which I thought was kind of odd for temp was like 86 on the track. But I definitely think some guys were having trouble. I personally was not. I honestly thought the truck handled very well, at least for me.
And of course, the intensity level, everybody throwing it 3 wide and all that. I mean, we didn't see much of you other than being involved in that first caution right on the get go. Just what another like? Do you think just because bigger field, some drivers were like bigger field? It's going to take more time for me to get up here to the front. The last couple of weeks, we haven't had more than 20, and now we come into the night with like 20. 25, 26 drivers. Do you think that it's a sense of urgency for some drivers to get to the front, or what's your perspective?
I think definitely some drivers definitely are a little more urgent. We had a lot of new guys I noticed in here that I had never raced with before, so I think that alone, some guys think they need to get to the front, try to get ahead of them guys just in case because they never raced with them. At the same time, them guys have never raced with us, so they're trying to get to the front, not knowing necessarily how things work, or you never know, but definitely. And then you add the broadcast to it, and I think for some reason everybody in the back of their mind wants a little TV time, so they got to get towards the front.
Everybody got TV time at some point during this broadcast. And I asked them a question because, of course, some of the fans can't see the Discord and whatnot, but I'm just seeing a couple guys frustrated. And of course I asked them a question because the last 2 weeks we haven't had that issue or anything like that. So I want a couple drivers' opinions on it. But
Definitely. I mean, the last couple races I ran here. I mean, we literally have had 3-4 cautions. This one we had 6-7. It seemed like.
Yeah, about 6.
Almost double the amount, which. Like I said, I think that pertains to the bigger fields. A little bit bigger field, newer guys we got coming in. I mean, we'll see how the rest of the week plays out.
Yeah, we will, buddy. Real fast here, and I'll let you go. Is there anybody you want to shout out tonight?
Definitely. Got to thank my lovely girlfriend, my 14-month-old boy, and any of my friends and family out there that watch the broadcast. Thank you guys for putting on the broadcast, for everybody to be able to watch, and thanks to Jimmy Crow for putting these races on. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, no problem, buddy. Carson, got anything?
Just have a good night, Jeremy.
You too.
Thank you.
Well, that being said, we'll drop Jeremy out here, and Carson will run through the right now results unofficial, depending on how race control reorders if there's anything that needs to be looked at. And
here are the
won't you
top
take it away?
18. Well, you see here from John Ward and Casey Sprinkle, they were involved in a wreck and they finished 6th and 8th. And you got any other big movers that are?
Yeah, I do. The race winner.
The race winner was probably the biggest move.
It's plus
we
22
see where
spots.
He started at, and
plus 22
you
spots.
remember where he started?
Yeah, actually, we can look at the grid real quick here. If it'll show it, it probably won't, but we'll see what it should. Come on, show it. There we go. So let's see, 22. He's not even in the top 18. This is qualifying, folks.
Yeah, Jeremy. Where is Jeremy? Yeah,
right down
Jeremy
there, 23rd.
Was second place.
He didn't even qualify.
He didn't even qualify.
No.
He won the race. You see, some people do that in the leagues. Some of the leagues I part-time drive in, and I sometimes don't qualify because I just don't feel right for qualifying. I think I might, sometimes I might feel like I won't qualify as good, so I just don't qualify at all. And sometimes that helps you, but you see these drivers top 10, I mean, 18, where's that, who was that?
18, that is,
I don't know if it's the 18. I think it's 38 or somebody.
38, Aubrey Thompson up in fourth.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Real quick.
Aubrey Thompson, yeah.
Well, quick, we'll run through the results
you got
here. And I'm going to try not to mispronounce this, but Joey Masowitz, He will take home the victory tonight. Jeremy Osborne second, Benjamin Elliott third, Audrey Thompson in fourth. Unofficially at the moment, about to become official as soon as I look. And yes, Steve Sizemore leads the most laps. Unfortunately, it will not come to fruition the way that he wanted. John Ward, after a wild crash earlier in the race, rebounded to 6th. Jessica Childs, she was up there in the top 10 majority of the night. Casey Sprinkles in 8th. Scott McLean 9th. William H. Scott Jr. rounds out the top 10. Quentin Steinbach 11th. Jonathan Eason in 12th. I'm going to try to pronounce this one. Kavadra Holt. I think I got it right.
Mr. Holt.
Well, I'm from North Carolina. I ain't got that.
Yeah, me neither, man. Yeah, I got you. You keep on going, man.
Michael Barksdale comes on 14th, January 15th. Christian Martinez 16th after getting turned on the last lap. Barrett Caffey went for a wild spin earlier. He will settle for 17th. Joey Allen will come home in the 18th, and we got a couple more here. No, I've got a few more. Miles Bagley, of course, top of the show. It was a rough night for him tonight. Larry McDonald, 20th. The 00 of Tucker McClendon will come home 21st. Scott Stevens Jr. after a great run last week. Carson Hill come home 22nd. Hunter Hastings, a winner from last week, will not have the results he want in 23rd. Sean Futrell, he was up there until that one of them big wrecks took him out, along with Tom White. And then, honestly, Scott Hedge, I believe he was one of the racers. I'm pretty sure he was. He didn't start the race, so for now we're going to assume 25.
Yeah, that guy that you just talked about. I had to join in. That was me. That was me. So I had to join in so I could actually maybe go back and look at some replays. But no, I didn't really need to do that with your broadcast. So, but could we can start ending it here and just talking about how we felt about this race. I pretty like that. That end result was the one I wanted. You know, they were fighting for the lead. You know, I thought they were going to overtime, but we did not at all. So, you got anything else? I mean, I'm done for now. I don't think I have anything else to talk about for tonight. But I had fun with chatting with you, Jim, being in the booth, and hope you invite me again next time.
Oh yeah, I'll bring you back next time for sure. I think it was a lot of fun. Give me somebody else to talk to, bounce ideas off of. Personally tonight, I mean, those of you just tuning in, normally we don't have as many cautions as what we did last week. Matter of fact, went caution free. And it's just part of the game. More people showed up, more money was on the line compared to what has been, and yeah, it's just tonight. Just the intensity was up a little bit higher, and ultimately we're going to have to see how the results of this race will play on in the future. But with that being said, Carson, it was a blast having you up here, buddy. I appreciate you. I will bring you back for more.
I appreciate you, man. I think we can continue this together.
Oh yeah.
And,
yeah, it was fun.
You have a good night.
You too.
All right. Have a good night, man.
You too, buddy. Appreciate it. With that being said, I'm Garrett Jenkins. This has been another coverage of the Raging Idiot Racing Network, bringing you the HGR series from Talladega. It was a wild race, but in the end, it would be the 64 Joy Masowicz bringing it home tonight. Jeremy Osborne second, Benjamin Elliott your top three. Next time I see you, it'll be Saturday night as the Inspire Racing League goes to Knoxville for their ARCA series, and then immediately following that, we will have the Midnight Racing League continuing their chase in the fight for the championships. Shane Harr leads Justin Millicar. That I believe, if I heard right, it was a 20-point penalty, but he will be looking to regain now 37 points. Everybody else playing catch up. It's going to be action packed. But until then, everybody, I'm Garrett Jenkins. This Carson up in the booth joining me. We will see you guys next time.
Have a good one, guys.